But I'm starting to believe that the bigots, quote unquote, are doing more harm than good for fandom spaces. They're moving farther and farther from legitimate, well-articulated criticism into shock jock content catered to the lowest common denominator.
It's because they want outrage. Dude, that's what they want. They want outrage. They want to be able to say, get mad at this, whether they believe it or not. That's not. What's up, everybody? It's me, Crimson60620, and we are here back with another video. And if you can actually help out the channel, hit that like and hit that subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,200 subscribers by March 1st. And it helps me out and it helps the channel out if you hit that subscribe button. Anyway, we're going to actually talk about another video by Shagsworth. I know we just did another video by this man not too long ago, and basically this is like the original video that got me kind of interested in him. I saw it a little bit and then I want to go back into his content, and that's why we hit the Horizon game. So let's actually look at the video and see, are YouTubers embracing bigotry? This is an interesting topic because I mean, like, of course we know they are, but maybe this is a little bit different. So let's go. Nope, wrong thing. My fault, guys. I should have had this prepared. I keep selecting the wrong one, but here we go. Playback speed. Let's go.
I want to take a quick moment to clarify some things that were said on social media the other day, and actually bring a little bit more attention to the subject matter, as context is lost quite a bit in online discourse, especially on Twitter. So I recently...
Context is lost on a site that only pushes outrage? Who would have thought? I'm being an asshole, but let's go.
Took to X or Twitter, whatever you want to call the platform, and I knew what I was commenting on and sharing would have blowback. So let me give you a little backstory.
Wait, hold on. We just
whatever you want to call the platform, and I knew what I was commenting on and sharing would have blowback. So let me give you a little backstory.
Melanie Mac brags about monthly Twitch ban after homophobic slur. Now remember, we did a video about Melanie Mac and how she called Aloy ugly, where in truth and reality, Melanie Mac and the face model that they had for Aloy didn't seem too much of a difference in me. And some people thought I was calling Melanie Mac ugly. It was like, no, like, I don't know. Some people wants to make a distinction without a difference, but it's one of those things where they ride the hot topic, and just being negative just to be negative, I don't know. It just seems stupid to me. But it'll probably catch shit for this, but I feel like stuff is getting out of hand. I'm not sure. Continually bragging about being a bigot is a way to win people over. And before people try to dunk on me as if I'm some snowflake, I like to say, at some point we need to be an example for the others and not devoid of empathy or love. Oh wow, this is different from somebody who I admittedly was pushing outrage before. When is enough? When are we better than them? Right now, it looks like we have a long way to go. Let's go.
I felt like over the past year or so, I was slowly drifting apart from a community that I'd come to know and love. Now, this doesn't mean that I've abandoned all hope, I trust no one, and wish the worst on those of whom I previously felt kinship. Far from it, actually. I've gained a lot of perspective by engaging with people who hold opposing views. And if you engage in my content or watch my content now, you know exactly what I mean. I noticed that inundating myself with opinions that only assuage my personal bias were making me more and more radical.
So from what I get, what he's saying is that it's that rabbit hole of just outrage and anti-DEI, anti-woke, like that can ruin your enjoyment for the games or the entertainment media that you like. And I get that. And like we're not immune from it on the left, where people are just like, yeah, you need to cancel this person because reasons and badness, and it can really sour how you enjoy media. So let's let them go. Let's let them go. Let's let them cook.
Understanding my opposition standpoints went a long way in productive discussions with them. So that's the short version. Flash forward to a cool afternoon in September, browsing Twitter, I notice a popular creator who is famous for pushing the lines of free speech. Now, I've been keeping an eye on the things that they've said and just sort of watching how it all folds. And before you guys type up comments I know that are coming, I'll save you some time. Melanie and all who wish to engage in such speech are free to do so. I don't care. However, this also means they're open to criticism. Further,
so freedom of speech is not freedom from consequences. And we saw people like Myron actually saying that, where, no, you need to make sure that I can get paid for saying whatever I want to say. And people's like, you can say what you want to say, but you know what I mean? You're going to get paid. And that's the problem with a lot of these so-called free speech warriors. They want to be patted on the back, paid high sums of money just because they were able to say a slur. They were bold enough to say a slur. And if you're bold enough to say a slur, you bold enough to pay for the consequences. These are the same people would say that, oh, the tree of liberty needs to be fueled with the blood of tyrants and martyrs alike. And yet when it comes to them being a martyr for their free speech, their liberty, why are you taking my money away from me? And then cry to Elon Musk like, Elon, you took my check. Dude, he has to make money. Even he has been to the advertisers. What do you think, the money is supposed to come out of his pocket? Of course they do, because they're the biggest recipients of, welfare there is. They want to be the biggest recipient of welfare there is. But let's continue.
This has less to do with Melanie herself and more with how creators in fandoms have adopted the idea of celebrating the title of bigot. Again, before the keyboard warriors go full torque, I'll say this. I understand many of these detractors, the ones throwing the bigot slur, are projecting and mislabeling for points with their own audience. I understand that. But I'm starting to believe that the bigots, quote unquote, are doing more harm than good for fandom spaces. We're moving farther and farther from legitimate, well-articulated criticism into shock jock content catered to the lowest common denominator.
It's because they want outrage. Dude, that's what they want. They want outrage. They want to be able to say, get mad at this, whether they believe it or not. That's not my place to judge. What it is my place to judge is the fervor they stir up in their audience. It's sickening. And I'm glad he's actually starting to see that. Your virtue signaling is far less entertaining than her stuff. I don't have a god in the fight, but I know when I'm laughing and I feel a bit nauseous. You're right. I like to have more successes, and I likely have more success as an attractive woman. And depending, if people only are looking at you because of the way you look, dog, you really don't want that type of audience. But let's go. Okay. Let's see. Let's just go back here. Did I skip it?
Content catered to the lowest common denominator.
Shut up, gray boy. Bro, you look musty as fuck. Like, seriously. It's just sickening. These people are sickening. Not because, oh, they're just racist or they just like, no, because they have horrible insults. You think just because, oh, I'm going to talk about the way you look. Some people, that shit don't matter. Some people, it does matter, but you'll never get it out of them. I'm somebody just don't care. Right now, there are people that's going to make fun of the way I look. But when it comes down to it, I can stick my by their token, one thing that they care about, I can stick my penis in women of my choosing. Oh, they this, they that. Yeah, but your penis is dry. People want to be around me. People ask to be around me. Not just for, fun purposes. Can you say the same thing? Every measure that you have that you are a popular person or you're a good person, I've cleared that hurdle and just smashed. But have you?
To that end, we are, or rather,
Let me read that last one. So, I don't like the lefties at all and how they constantly throw out bigot, racist, or any of the ist and phobias without knowing what they truly mean. With that being said, that doesn't excuse us to start adopting unprofessionalism to make some sort of own against people we don't like. It seems that Melanie Mack only knows that taking an unprofessional route just so she can have her own against someone who crosses her seems to be a common thing on Twitter right now. Shit, no shit, Sherlock. And yes, on my Rumble channel, I mentioned gay and F slur, but I use it towards something I notice in everyday life, and that's annoying. I don't use it as a own. Oh, good on you. Like, he's not directing it towards a person. He's talking about the behavior. Yeah. Personally, it's a step in the good correct direction.
To that end, we are, or rather can be, better. Honestly, we've always been better. We are the groups who dedicated our lives to fan spaces when others endlessly...
No, y'all didn't. Y'all dedicated your lives to try to learn as much as the Lord to prove how much better you are than people. Not that you enjoyed it, not that it was fun, but look, I am better because I make this one thing part of my personality. You didn't enjoy it. You didn't have fun with it. You never actually talked about why something was good. You just said, look, because I know. Fuck out of here, dude. Like, no, stop. Well, did you know that Wally West was a redhead originally and wasn't? Did you know that Star Wars, they had this one planet named this, and like, do you enjoy the feeling of it? Well, I know about it, but do you enjoy the story? Do you enjoy the symbolism that it actually gives, not just the on the surface stuff? Well, that doesn't matter because that's woke. Let's go.
Ridiculed us for enjoying things like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, Star Wars, Star Trek, whatever your favorite IP.
And there it goes. It's the, you made fun of me and I know I'm part of this group. If they weren't made fun of, just like I say about some people on the left, if they weren't made fun of, that they were accepted, then they wouldn't have a problem. But let's go.
IP was or may be. Because this is the internet and everybody needs their say, I also need to point out that those operating under the bigot moniker aren't my mortal enemies. Far from it, actually. I continue to engage with people who use this. As cringe as it may be, and many still make content I enjoy, but my position stands. It will eventually do more harm than good to the spaces we hold so dear. It's systematically discrediting us. Yes, us, the ones who have actually put in decades consuming some of the best stories ever told. That is why, at times, It seems that these corporate shills and ideologues have the upper hand. Now again, this isn't a call to deplatform, unsubscribe, unfollow Melanie or any other creator, but a call for introspection. A call to
No, it should be a call. Not because of their views. Fuck it, you can have your views. But it's the way that they're messing with my fandom. Like, for real. Do you know I hate to be a Naruto fan because of some of the stuff that people actually say about Naruto in the fandom? Or a Dragon Ball fan? Like, dude, calm down. I wish those people wouldn't actively claim to be Dragon Ball fans or Bleach fans. Not because, oh, you don't know Bleach well enough. It's like, no, dog, because you're toxic. And that's the thing. That's what you should actually yell. Not that they shouldn't have an opinion about the art, the media, the games that people actually play. But the fact that you are just like, it needs to be like this. It's mine. That's what's irritating. But let's continue.
Understand what people are disgusted with, what people are rightfully disgusted with. Polite society doesn't accept or celebrate this nonsense. Not to mention Melanie's Christian ideals, which I won't focus on, but it seems antithetical to that as well. I'm tired, and it's obvious many others are tired. If you go through this thread, there's many people who are in agreement with me. Now, I don't need a bunch of people to be in agreement with me. My feelings are the same on this. But the constant rage bait, one-trick ponies out there that masquerade as free speech champions, the moment they receive any legitimate criticism, the person is a lefty, millennial snowflake. I can assure you that I've read most of the comments on my original post, and most are funny. Funny in that people think they are being perceived as dunking on me or even being offensive, when it's obvious you need to be seen and acknowledged by your sacred cow.
Let's go back.
Your sacred cow.
Your empathy and love are very oppressive, considering that you're using it too bad and censor others. Brother, stop. Is more of a hollow justification to enforce some moral ideology and others who don't agree with you, at which point go, oh, so kindness is moral oppression. Kindness. Not being nice, just kind to people. It's very oppressive. Aren't you such a demonstrable piece of shit that you think being kind to people, you think actually not treating people like trash is morally oppressive? Wow, you guys don't understand that this is a pushback to your form of empathy. Half of us don't even understand what empathy truly is. That's not the flex that you think it is. Wow. Empathy is going out of your way to understand points of views of people you don't like, not just oppressed minorities. You're not being, acceptance of my bigotry. Like, the fuck? Like, wow. Okay. Look at what being nice has got us. Jack shit. Do you want to win or do you want to pretend to have upstanding morals? We need to press harder. The left certainly isn't being nice. In fact, they're violent. So what the fuck are we gonna... The left is being violent. How are they being violent? I want to meet these violent leftists because man, the left that I see are just all actions and words. And I thought you were guys, the words don't hurt and they shouldn't hurt. All right, let's go. What was that last one? Stand up for free speech. Standing up for free speech wins people over. Dictating what can and can't be said only pleases the fashion. Why do they use the words they don't know what? Yes, being kind is being a fascist. Wow.
I grow tired of having to swallow hard as these highly influential people continue to engage in hateful discourse and pat each other on the back while doing it. I grow tired of the lack of introspection on the part of people in general. It's a skill we've been lacking for many, many years now. I understand everyone wants their online points and follower numbers to increase and their favorite creator to notice them. But to what end? At what point is it the blind leading the blind? At what point have we become the very thing we pledged to fight against? I wish nothing but all the success for the people who spend countless hours on their content. But my wish is that we find a way through the rage bait, shock jock content we've popularized. It's time to take a rational approach again and recite.
See, the problem is, and this is not a criticism of him, he's burnt out from the, like he said, he's just done with it, and it's not advocating anything more. But my God, that's what a lot of conservatives use as a cudgel to try to beat more progressive people. It's kind of their thing. Shame and hurt is something that they try to push out to keep people in line. I'm happy that you have learned empathy. Not, oh, well, I just believe it. Like, no, like you try to see people from their points of view. But one of the messages said it just it. You want us to have empathy. Half of y'all don't understand empathy. Yeah, that's a thing. But let them finish.
Citing the same tired joke over and over is not the way. I'm tired. The audience is tired.
No, I get it. And you know what? Kudos to him for just like looking at the landscape and just saying like, we need to actually change up. I don't know how well that message is going to be delivered for the audience that he's trying to speak to, but kudos on him actually trying to focus, try to sharpen that edge of what he's trying to get out of stuff. So, I have nothing else to say, but like, share, and subscribe, and we're going to cut this video segment here. I want to say thank you to all my Patreon supporters and my Twitch subscribers. Join the Guardians, become a member, or become a subscriber on YouTube, Patreon, and help support the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.